This is KCBD News Channel 11's Daybreak Today.
Now at 6, Lubbock County commissioners calling for more restrictions on game rooms, why they're calling them a public threat, and who would have the oversight. Plus, we'll take a look at the flooding Californians are dealing with after a round of storms over the weekend. And it's the second biggest bank failure in U.S. history. What the Silicon Valley bank collapse means for customers this morning. Before we get into those stories, good morning. My name is James Epler. I'm in for Angie Wynn today. We'll get into those stories here in just a moment. First, though, let's check in with Steve Devine, a look at this morning's forecast. And Steve, saw a little wetness on the road this morning.
Yeah, had a few light rain showers here in the Lubbock area, amounted to a trace here in Lubbock, but we're still picking up some showers in this band just mostly to the north of the Lubbock area. Radar indicating some of this is falling as snow. Now very light, not expecting any accumulation that's going to create any travel issues for us. But as you watch this 1 hour loop, you'll see the showers for the most part are weakening. Just some new development occurring right now around the Abernathy area. But again, this is going to be very light this morning. We've had a few hundredths of an inch of rain here and there, up to about a tenth of an inch. And we'll see most of the shower activity over the northeastern part of the viewing area here for the rest of the morning. Again, this is going to be generally a light rain, a few hundredths of an inch, and picking up possibly a few flurries reaching the ground in the northern part of Lubbock County up around the Abernathy area. Temperature will be in the 40s, right around 40 early this morning, but only in the 50s this afternoon. And with the breeze at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, that's going to feel pretty chilly. Now, we do have another chance of some showers coming up here pretty soon, and we'll take a look at that in just a few minutes.
Thank you so much for that, Steve. Well, this morning, Lubbock County commissioners will propose new restrictions on game rooms. The court will weigh a resolution lining out new permitting and operating requirements for legal gaming. These commissioners are tying game rooms to human trafficking operations, sex crime, and an overall public nuisance, they say. The resolution will allow Sheriff Kelly Rowe to administer and control the permits with $10,000 penalties for violating the agreements. The commissioners' court meeting starts at 10 this morning in the Lubbock County Courthouse. Later today, the Lady Raiders find out who they play in the first round of the WNIT. The team accepted the WNIT invitation yesterday, making it one of 32 teams playing in the tournament. The Lady Raiders finished the season 18-14. That is tied for their best record in 10 years. It's also the first time the Lady Raiders are competing in the postseason since the 2012-13 season. First round scheduled for Wednesday through Friday. Millions in California bracing for another atmospheric river expected to take aim at the state today. Residents have been dealing with widespread rain and flooding in Monterey County, where a levee was breached.
In Monterey County, California, roads and streets are now rivers after heavy rainfall across the state in recent days. But now millions of residents are bracing for another round of storms. On Monday, this next storm is likely to be the 11th atmospheric river of the winter season to impact the West. The storm is expected to bring even more flooding to central and northern California.
Sunday night into Monday. Notice the heavier rain really starting to ramp up. Not only then, but again rolling into Tuesday morning.
Monterey County is among one of the hardest hit areas in the state. The Pajaro River breached a levee on Friday, sending raging waters sweeping through neighborhoods. All weekend, local officials and emergency crews have been hard at work to rescue residents unable to evacuate.
They started evacuating, I would think, at 12 in the morning or 1 in the morning. They just started, the National Guards are taking people out as they go.
We've had 90 rescues since this event started. We've done 15 to 20 rescues by boat.
Right above you, Dr. Hook.
Meanwhile, dramatic video showing California Highway Patrol rescue a man after rising floodwaters washed his car away. The man was able to get out of the car and onto an island in the middle of the Salina River. According to the agency, the man was not hurt and was lowered to safety nearby. For now, California officials are reminding residents to avoid travel and stay clear of several waterways. I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
The U.S. government plans to fully protect money deposited at Silicon Valley banks after a collapse. It's the second biggest bank failure in U.S. history. Now, the Treasury Department, Federal Reserve, and FDIC are stepping in. Those regulators say customers will have access to all of their money starting today. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says the federal government will not bail out the bank, but is working to help depositors concerned about their money. Silicon Valley Bank was heavily tied to the cryptocurrency market. A camera with radioactive material has disappeared in Texas. The Department of State Health Services reports a 53-pound radiographic camera was stolen Thursday in the Houston area. The camera is commonly used in the construction industry. Officials say the camera's radioactive material is sealed in multiple layers of protection, so the risk of exposure is very low. Texas Health Services asking anyone who finds the camera to call 911 or the department's 24-hour phone line. Americans are being told not to visit Mexico for spring break. The Department of Public Safety's warning of a spike in drug cartel violence across the border comes as another group is missing after crossing the border.
It's been just a little over a week since 4 Americans from South Carolina were attacked and kidnapped in Mexico. As we previously reported, 2 of them tragically were killed. And now there's a new mystery. 3 women living in Texas are believed to be missing in Mexico after they crossed the U.S. border over 2 weeks ago, according to police. Authorities say the women are 2 sisters and a friend who crossed into Mexico on February 24. They were headed to the city of Montemorelos in the Mexican state of Nuevo León to sell clothes at a flea market. Mexican authorities told CNN about 80 agents from several law enforcement agencies are looking for the women. Regarding the kidnapped Americans, CNN has obtained and geolocated new video showing all 4 of them just hours before they were attacked on March 3rd. It was a live-streamed video taken by one of the victims. The images showed the group driving to a medical appointment in Matamoros across the border from Brownsville, Texas, but they never made it there. Mexico is the second most popular destination for medical tourism globally. In 2020 alone, there were an estimated 1.4 to 3 million patients traveling into the country to take advantage of inexpensive treatment, according to Patients Beyond Borders, an international healthcare consulting company contacted by CNN. Rafael Romo, CNN Atlanta.
Now let's check in with Steve. Another look at this morning's weather. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. It's a pretty chilly morning, and here and there, a few showers. First, though, checking in on the current conditions here in Lubbock. We still have mostly cloudy skies. The airport is coming in at 41 degrees, but that breeze, about 10 to 20 miles per hour, the overall range, pushes the wind chill reading down to just about freezing. So cold if you're out in that breeze. If you're protected from the breeze, at least chilly here this morning. But the showers, potentially including a little bit of light snow, continuing in this band that stretches from northwest through well to the east of the Lubbock area, and that band is moving pretty much from the west to the east. Some very light snow indicated on radar for the most part. Some flurries, again, not expecting accumulation that's going to generate any travel issues for this morning. Might have somewhat limited visibility if you're in one of these snow showers. Again, very light. And then a little bit further to the east, seeing a little bit of that light snow around Matador, Roaring Springs. And again, some additional showers are likely this morning, but I want to stress, expecting these to be very light, and some of these showers over the northeast could linger until about midday, generally in the form of rain. Here's the raincast here, and that'll show the potential here up until about the lunch hour, and then it should drift out of the area, leaving us mostly cloudy and breezy, so quite chilly this afternoon. Now, overnight, we'll have another potential for seeing some rain showers. Tomorrow morning, perhaps a little bit of snow mixed in, but this is going to be tonight, mainly over the northern part of the viewing area, generally north of Lubbock. So that's going to be just a slight chance of showers here. 7-day forecast and more coming up here in a few minutes.
Thank you so much, Steve. Still to come, Twitter could have a new competitor. The new platform Facebook's parent company is looking at. Plus, we'll meet the women-led team running a vineyard in Brownfield, the many different jobs they're taking on. You're waking up with us on Daybreak today. We're happy to have you along. It's 6:09.